Why the North-South Korea border is the world's most perilous. What if there was a place on Earth where one wrong move could spark an international crisis? A border so dangerous that armed soldiers stand face to face, cameras watch every movement, and tension never truly disappears. Welcome to the border between North and South Korea, one of the most dangerous and heavily guarded places in the world. Stretching across the Korean Peninsula, this border separates two nations with the same history, language, and culture, yet completely different political systems and lifestyles. But why is this border considered so perilous? What makes it different from every other border on Earth? In today's video, we'll uncover shocking facts, hidden dangers, dramatic escape stories, and the military secrets behind the Korean Demilitarized Zone, also known as the DMZ. Stay until the end because some of these facts may completely change how you see this mysterious and dangerous border. Fact number 1. The Demilitarized Zone is actually heavily armed. The border between North and South Korea is called the Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, but its name is extremely misleading. When people hear demilitarized, they imagine a peaceful area without soldiers or weapons. In reality, the DMZ is one of the most militarized places on the planet. It stretches around 250 kilometers across the Korean Peninsula and separates North Korea from South Korea with fences, landmines, surveillance cameras, guard towers, and heavily armed military forces. Thousands of soldiers remain stationed near the border at all times, constantly monitoring one another. Tension between both countries has remained high since the Korean War ended in 1953 without a peace treaty, meaning technically, the war never officially ended. Even a small misunderstanding or military mistake near the border could quickly escalate into a dangerous international conflict. That is why experts consider this so-called peace zone one of the world's riskiest and most dangerous frontiers. Fact number 2, North and South Korea are technically still at war. One of the most shocking facts about the Korean border is that North and South Korea are technically still at war. The Korean War began in 1950 and lasted until 1953, causing massive destruction and millions of deaths. However, the war never officially ended with a peace treaty. Instead, both sides signed an armistice agreement, which simply paused the fighting rather than permanently ending it. Because of this, military tension continues even today. Soldiers remain prepared, weapons stay ready, and governments carefully watch each other's actions. Political disagreements, missile tests, and military drills often increase fear and uncertainty around the border. Many experts believe the lack of a formal peace agreement keeps the region unstable and unpredictable. This ongoing situation explains why the North-South Korea border remains one of the most closely watched and potentially dangerous locations on Earth. Fact number 3. The border is filled with hidden landmines. One of the scariest facts about the Korean border is what lies hidden beneath the ground. Millions of landmines are believed to exist near parts of the DMZ, planted decades ago to stop invasions or prevent enemy movement. These explosives are buried underground and can remain dangerous for years, even decades. In some areas, warning signs and fences tell people to stay away because stepping in the wrong place could be deadly. Removing landmines is difficult, expensive, and dangerous work because many locations are still uncertain. Wildlife sometimes accidentally triggers explosions, and soldiers must remain extremely cautious during patrols. Because of these hidden threats, huge sections of the border remain inaccessible to ordinary people. The danger beneath the surface adds another frightening reason why this border is considered one of the most perilous places anywhere in the world. Fact number 4. Soldiers stand face to face at the border. At one specific location inside the DMZ called the Joint Security Area, soldiers from North and South Korea stand only a few steps apart, watching each other constantly. This is one of the rare places where troops from both sides directly face one another. The atmosphere is extremely tense because even small gestures can be interpreted as political messages or military signals. South Korean and Allied soldiers often stand motionless while maintaining strict discipline, while North Korean guards closely observe visitors and activity nearby. Cameras monitor almost everything happening in the area. In the past, heated confrontations and dramatic incidents happened here, proving how fragile the peace can be. Tourists who visit this location often describe it as one of the most intense experiences imaginable because the feeling of danger is impossible to ignore. This face-to-face military standoff is one reason why the Korean border feels permanently on edge. Fact number 5. Escape attempts can be extremely dangerous. For decades, some people from North Korea have attempted to escape in search of safety or freedom, but crossing near the border can be incredibly dangerous. The North-South Korean border is heavily guarded with fences, patrols, cameras, and military security, making escape attempts extremely risky. Some defectors have made dramatic runs through guarded checkpoints or dangerous routes, while others avoid the border entirely and escape through neighboring countries first. Soldiers are trained to stop unauthorized movement, which makes any crossing attempt life-threatening. Stories of successful escapes often involve fear, secrecy, and enormous personal risk. Families are sometimes separated, and people may leave behind everything they know in hopes of a safer future. These dangerous escape stories reveal how tense and controlled the border region truly is, adding another layer to why this frontier is considered one of the world's most perilous places. Fact number 6. A peaceful wildlife paradise exists inside the danger zone. Strangely, one of the world's most dangerous borders also became an accidental wildlife sanctuary. Because humans rarely enter large sections of the DMZ due to military restrictions and landmines, nature has quietly flourished there for decades. Forests, wetlands, and untouched habitats became home to many species of birds, animals, and rare plants. Some scientists believe endangered animals have found safety inside this restricted zone because human development stayed away. In an unusual twist, an area built for military separation accidentally protected nature better than many modern conservation efforts. However, researchers rarely get access because danger still surrounds the region. The idea that one of Earth's most dangerous military borders also hides peaceful wildlife surprises many people. It shows how even places filled with conflict can unexpectedly become safe havens for life in extraordinary ways. Fact number 7. Secret underground tunnels were discovered. One of the most mysterious facts about the Korean border is the discovery of secret underground tunnels. Over the years, South Korea discovered several tunnels hidden beneath the DMZ that were allegedly built by North Korea. Officials believe these tunnels may have been intended for moving soldiers secretly during a possible invasion. Some tunnels were large enough for thousands of troops to pass through in a short time. Their discovery shocked many people and raised serious security concerns. Even more surprising, experts suspect there could still be undiscovered tunnels hidden underground today. Because of this possibility, border security remains extremely strict, and military surveillance continues around the clock. The idea that secret passageways may exist beneath one of the world's most dangerous borders adds mystery and fear to an already tense situation, making the region seem even more unpredictable and perilous. Fact number 8. Loudspeaker battles once happened across the border. Believe it or not, North and South Korea once fought unusual sound wars across the border using giant loudspeakers. Instead of weapons, both sides blasted propaganda, music, speeches, and political messages into enemy territory. South Korea sometimes played popular music, including K-pop, while North Korea broadcast political messages and military statements. These loudspeaker battles were designed to influence soldiers and people living nearby. Although it may sound strange, these psychological tactics increased tensions and sometimes angered the opposing side. In some situations, loudspeaker broadcasts were stopped to improve diplomatic relations, then restarted again during political conflict. These unusual battles show that tension at the border is not only military but psychological as well. Even sounds, music, and public messages became tools in one of the world's longest-running and most fragile international conflicts. Fact number 9. One mistake could trigger a massive crisis. The Korean border is considered especially dangerous because even a tiny mistake could quickly become a serious international crisis. Since soldiers remain heavily armed and political tensions stay sensitive, misunderstandings can escalate rapidly. A warning shot, accidental crossing, or military misunderstanding could increase fear and lead to stronger reactions from both sides. Because several global powers closely monitor the Korean Peninsula, conflict there could affect many countries worldwide. Military exercises, missile launches, and political disagreements sometimes raise international concern, showing how delicate the situation remains. Leaders and diplomats often work carefully to avoid misunderstandings and reduce tension whenever possible. The reality that one small incident could suddenly change regional stability is a major reason experts call this border one of the most dangerous and unpredictable places anywhere on Earth. Fact number 10. Families were separated for generations. Perhaps the saddest fact about the North-South Korea border is how it separated families for decades. When Korea divided after war and political conflict, millions of relatives suddenly found themselves living on opposite sides of the border. Parents, siblings, grandparents, and children were often unable to see one another again for years or even entire lifetimes. Some special reunion events occasionally allowed a small number of families to meet briefly after decades apart, creating emotional and heartbreaking moments. Imagine not knowing what happened to loved ones simply because a border separated your lives forever. While politics and military tension often dominate headlines, human stories of separation reveal the emotional cost of division. Behind fences, soldiers, and weapons lies a painful reminder of how conflict can permanently change ordinary people's lives. Fact number 11. The border has its own strange propaganda villages. One of the strangest things about the North-South Korea border is the existence of so-called propaganda villages. Near the DMZ, both sides created villages meant to impress or influence the other side. On the North Korean side, a place often called Peace Village appears modern from a distance, with colorful buildings and tall flagpoles. However, reports claim many buildings may not actually be lived in and were built mainly for appearance. On the South Korean side, real farming communities exist where people continue daily life under military protection. These unusual villages symbolize the long rivalry between both countries, where image and national pride became part of the conflict. Even architecture and city design turned into silent political messages. The existence of these strange border villages adds another fascinating and mysterious layer to one of the world's most dangerous frontiers. Fact number 12. Tourists can visit one of the world's most dangerous borders. Surprisingly, one of the world's most dangerous borders is also a tourist destination. Every year, visitors travel to parts of the DMZ to learn about Korean history and witness the tension between North and South Korea firsthand. Tourists can sometimes visit observation areas, museums, tunnels, and even stand near locations where soldiers face each other. However, strict rules are enforced, photography may be limited in certain places, and military supervision is always present. Visitors are reminded that this is still an active conflict zone where security remains serious. Many people describe the experience as fascinating, emotional, and slightly unsettling because danger and history feel incredibly real. The fact that tourists can stand near such a tense military border makes the Korean DMZ one of the most unusual and unforgettable places on Earth. So, those were the shocking reasons why the North-South Korea border is considered one of the world's most perilous places. From hidden tunnels and armed soldiers to separated families and dangerous landmines, this border is far more intense than most people imagine. Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy discovering unbelievable facts, mysterious places, and hidden history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next fascinating story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.